And we are here with a brand new week. And guess what? We got a brand new series. Well, I'm going to call it series because it's going to be an ongoing week to week chart breakdown, technical analysis, everything you guys need and want. And I call this Money Making Mondays. And this is episode 1. So thank you guys for joining me. And you already know how it goes. Run my intro. Hey friends and new traders, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name is Matt, and I teach day traders just like you how to become successful by teaching different tips and strategies. With that being said, let's get into Market Making Monday. Woo! Had to get my Ric Flair on. Alright, so for Market Making Mondays, I will be breaking down different currency pairs that I love trading, and it's pretty much setups that is pretty much how I think the market is going to go for the week. So, and I'm going to be talking about setups and executions and what to expect. So, let's get into it. So, currently, I am on New Zealand dollar. So, as you can see, I actually have a trade actually going on this right now that is actually in profit. And let me just break down this actual trade that I took. So on the 4-hour, we pretty much had this, it's pretty much been in a downtrend. And once it bounced off, I just pretty much waited for the retracement. Very basic. So pretty basic setup right here on the New Zealand dollar. As you can see, we had this descending trend line because the market has been in a downtrend for quite some time. So this is a pretty basic setup right here. Once the market moved from this descending trend line, pretty much waited for the pullback and then pulled out my Fibonacci. And pretty much, as you can see, it was bouncing off the 50 retracement. But for me, I knew that there's a higher possibility of it going to the 61 because for my entries, sometimes I like to look for the 3 pattern drive. I haven't spoke about the 3 pattern drive yet. So pretty much the 3 pattern drive is you see the market make a high, it makes a high, retraces, makes a high, pulls back, comes back again, makes a higher high, and then pulls back one more time, and then eventually pulls back even higher. So that is a 3 drive pattern. So 1, 2, 3. So each time it's making a higher high without making a lower low, and then eventually it will drop down, as you can see here. And also another confluence, because I like to trade with confluence in my trades, which is the way to go when you're trading. Let me take this off so you can actually see it. So you can see that third drive came up and took out this high right here, and it actually hit the 61 retracement, which is the level I was looking for, as well as it breached the descending trend line, which is okay because I knew it was most likely going to come back down. And as you can see, if you follow if you watch my other videos, you know about this forever paid gap. We have the gap right here as well. So it just closed in, and we also have the return candle right here. So we have the confluence of it being in a downtrend. We have the drive, the 3-pattern drive. We have this forever paid gap, and we have the return candle right here. And we also have the 61 retracement as well. So that was a perfect entry for me. And I did enter on the 15-minute. So once I seen it hit the 61 retracement about 3 times, on the third time, I entered short. And as you can see, the market took off right after that. So there's the entry right there. And currently I am waiting for a price to, so price currently just took out these lows right here, which is a pretty good indication that price will go lower. It did come a bit short pip wise to hit my target of the 27 retracement, which is okay because I still do expect the price to move down further. So something we could look for within the coming week, you could possibly look for, if price doesn't come down within the next 24 hours and hits this negative 27, I do expect price to maybe come back up and fill in this gap a little bit more. And we do have market structure right here, so, and then I wouldn't expect it to come up too far, maybe a little bit. And then we can see price continue its way down to the negative 27. And once price reaches negative 27 retracement level, I will be taking partials and then expecting price to maybe further decline in until it reaches the negative 61.8, which is also confluence with the psychological level of 60500. So that is a psychological level confluence with my target. So I do expect price to possibly move down there. Price, for the most part, price has been in a downtrend for the last couple of weeks. So at some point, I do expect the market to maybe pull back at some point. Maybe just to take out these somewhat equal highs right here. Because it's just been declining and declining. So look at this, pretty much. It's just been in a decline. So yeah, so What I expected, if price does come back down here, come all the way down to his negative 61, I do expect price to eventually come back up and maybe hit my moving average right here. As the moving average comes down, I do expect price to come back up and hit the moving average at some point in time. But until then, I will continue to look for shorts until I see something different on the higher time frame. So say if we break this high at some point right here, I will expect further movement higher because we do have a lot of space right here where the market just was in one direction for the most part of the last couple of months. You can see from April to May, entire month of this down movement. So the market might want to just pull back and fill in this area of liquidity. So that is a breakdown of the New Zealand dollar. Okay, I want to go into my favorite pair now, which is gold. Now, for gold, pretty much the same thing. I have this retracement level where it just came to on the higher time frame, the weekly time frame retracement, and you can see it just hit negative 27 to the T. So that was also a perfect setup. We also have a third touch right here of the trend line. So that was quite perfect. And you can also see that we have a head and shoulder pattern, which I haven't really talked about in my videos, but we do have this head and shoulder pattern that I am seeing now. You can see it. We got the head and shoulder. And price went off. So for this week on gold, let me just clear up this chart a bit. So possibly we could see a continuation, maybe a slight pullback. If not, we could just see it on continuation just to take out these lows right here, because these lows been here for quite some time now, since back in August of 2021. So should be a lot of liquidity just laying down below these lows, which is pretty much equal lows for the most part. So if you know anything about the market, you know that it always looks for liquidity where there is equal lows. So we could expect prices somewhat, if not this week, the following week, come down, hit this negative 61 retracement, and then possibly see a pullback into resistance, and then a possible drop. And then that is perfect resistance for 1755 500. So that is a psychological level as well. So we can see the pullback here, and then it's selling off further down. For the rest of the year, maybe until September, you could see some type of movement back to the upside. That's what I believe could possibly happen for gold, but we will see. Just gotta wait for market structure pretty much. So you could definitely expect this pullback because the market's just been dropping for quite some time now. Um, we do have this forever paid gap as well right here. So the market is going to want to come in and fill that gap. So we could see something like that, so we could see something, could possibly see something like this. If it doesn't drop right here, you can see a pullback maybe this week. Hold on 1 second. Could possibly see a pullback this week just to fill in this space. But it did just hit the negative 27, so we can see a pullback. There is resistance right here as well, heavy resistance right here. And then we can see the market possibly falling off to negative 61. And we also got this descending trend line as well, where the market could come back and hit. All right, so for now, all we're looking for is pretty much sell setups. I wouldn't look for any buys at this current moment unless it is a short term, a very short term move to fill in this forever paid gap and to retrace back to this descending trend line. All right, so that is gold in a nutshell for this week. So pretty much I am looking for the market to either continue, as I said, continue, and then pull back, like how I have this green highlighted, and then pull back, or it could pull back this week and then decline. And if I am going to take the long, if I am going to take the long trade, I will go down to the lower time frame, obviously. I look for the break in market structure as well. So I'll wait for this high to get taken out, and then I will wait. So once this high gets taken out, I'll wait for some type of pullback. This is on the 4-hour, by the way, so don't get confused. So once this high is taken out, look for the pullback and then look for the long position into the higher time frame, the resistance level, which is this big area that I highlighted on the weekly time frame, and then I'll look to go short. So yeah, that is gold in a nutshell. Another pair I like to trade is the Canadian dollar, so USD CAD pair. And as you can see, we're currently in a channel. So we're currently in this channel, so you could possibly see price actually break out maybe this week, because price did come to the top of this channel, and then when it was coming back down, we did see some resistance. So we could expect price to possibly most part. So on the daily chart, we could possibly see price. As you can see, it failed to go any lower right here. So price was rejecting the 38.2 resistance level, as well as we have 129 flat psychological level. Right there. So price came back up. And it did slightly take out this high. So currently we could look for a move to the upside, something like this. Which I did have on. Very expected. I was expecting price to actually come down to the 68, but it just bounced off the 50% retracement level. It engulfed it, so that's currently today. It engulfed it, so you could currently expect price to actually continue to the upside. Something like that. And if not, price could easily just consolidate, continue to consolidate. If we don't get that breakout this week, price could simply consolidate. So price could do something like this. And just keep consolidating for a bit. So another thing you want to take into consideration is we are in a new month, July, and within July, history of commodities and currencies, they usually like to be bullish around this time of the year. Going into the summer months, they usually are bullish, so that is something to keep in mind. So those were the breakdowns of New Zealand dollar, the gold market, and as well as USD CAD for Market Making Mondays, episode 1. I hope you guys gained some knowledge from this video. Look out for episode 2 coming next week. As well, I'm going to continue uploading weekly videos on different trade ideas, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and comment below. I am out. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.